Hello, and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your monthly August 2020 tarot card reading. If you would like to check out your free 3-card spread, you could do so by clicking the link beneath this video, or indeed you could reach out for me for a one-to-one session where we can look through your situation, and I'll leave that information down below as well. But let's get into this month and see what the cards hold for you. Hello Taurus, and thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot card reading for August 2020. Let's have a look at what comes up for you in your present moment, Taurus. Okay, the first card that comes up here is the 9 of Pentacles. This is an excellent card. It's about reaping the rewards of the seeds that you've sown. This is hard work coming full circle. Now, it's not the time to necessarily rest on your laurels, but I think you can feel a little bit of a sigh of relief come in. A little bit of knowing that the hard work you've been putting in is actually, you're starting to see some results from that at least. So that's something to really look forward to this month. Let's see what's blocking this for you. Oh, well, okay. We haven't got the nicest card in the deck, I'm not going to lie. This is the Tower. So this could mean two things. It could mean that you finally feel like you're getting everything in order, and then something happens which shakes the core of the foundations. But this could be something that you already know about. When the Tower comes up, it's very rarely something that, we usually get a feeling it could happen. The Tower always makes an appearance when something wasn't built on solid ground to begin with, and it needs to be torn down and rebuilt. So if this is a relationship, for example, this could be some kind of revelation that leaves you feeling a bit upset or a bit cold, but it's better to know the truth, surely, than to walk around in the darkness. So the opportunity that comes from the destruction of the Tower means that something better can be rebuilt. Let's have a look at your foundation card, another major arcana. This time you have the Pope or the Hierophant. This is very much about institutions, usually of a spiritual kind. So you may feel like you want to join some kind of spiritual group, go on a course with like-minded people. It can also mean that you're coming into your own power, particularly in a spiritual sense. So if you feel like you want to reach out and belong, especially if there is some turmoil in your life at the moment, Taurus, this could make you feel really fulfilled. Let's have a look at your past. Your past situation you have here is the 4 of Wands. This often represents family, home. This is the 4 corners of your house. This is the structures of your life. So perhaps there have been some shifts and changes within a family dynamic. This can come through separations, bereavements, people moving away, children leaving to go to college, or, there's many reasons why our family situation can change, Taurus. But I feel like this has deeply impacted you in some way. What's spiritually crowning you here is the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles is very much about teamwork. It's the Mason and the 2 apprentices working together in order to get something done. So it's directly opposite this Hierophant card that we had here. So I definitely feel like some kind of spiritual organization, whether that's a church, a mosque, spiritual church, whatever it is that you believe in, talking to people there might actually give you a lot of solace, comfort, and even some wisdom. Don't try to go it alone this month, Taurus. So your immediate future that comes up, another major arcana card. This time it's the High Priestess. So you've got the Pope, which we could say is the High Priest, and then you've got the High Priestess, which is the feminine version. The High Priestess is the knower of knowledge. She holds this book in her hand. She knows the answer to pretty much any question, but she's quite a quiet character. She doesn't give information unless she's asked. So if you do find out a secret this month and you feel like you should say something, you got to weigh up whether that's the correct thing to do or not in this circumstance. This is definitely not a month to gossip. So your state of mind here, we have the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is very much, it's a difficult card to come up in your state of mind because it's about feeling as though, you've missed out on something. You've missed an opportunity of some kind. This could be a job. This could be a relationship. This is looking back, perhaps through rose-tinted glasses a little bit. It's important not to cry over spilt milk when this card comes up, because although there are 3 cards here that clearly have been spilt, there are 2 available opportunities still to come, and so it's important to try and keep a sense of focus and optimism. So your outside influence for this month is the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of learning. It's a card of education. So it could be that you receive some kind of award this month, or you enroll in some kind of course to further your knowledge. This could be in a spiritual sense because there are a lot of spiritual cards that you've pulled this month, but this could also be in order to further your career. And I think this is something that's really going to give you a boost, actually, Taurus. The card that comes up for your hopes and fears is the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands can sometimes represent arguments. They're not usually massive things that break down a family. They're more like squabbles between siblings, or, a disagreement with a parent or aunt or an uncle, which can feel quite painful, but it can be resolved. So it's just, that could be a bit of a fear this month, that if you do speak your mind, you don't know how it's going to be received. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't. And your outcome is another major arcana card for this month. You have the Empress. The Empress is about fertility. She's about growth, expansion, luxury, feeling settled, feeling like your place in the world. This is very maternal, so it could be that you're looking after people that are younger than you in some way, but it's also very focused on the feminine qualities of oneself, whether you're masculine or feminine. This is receptive energy. This is working with moon cycles. So I feel, Taurus, this is actually a very spiritual month for you, where you can actually see a lot of growth and good happen. And I do think that you'll be able to ride out the storms and come out of it on top. I'd just like to thank you once more for joining me here this month. It's been a real honour being with you. If you would like to check out that free 3-card spread, I'll leave that information down below. But until we speak again next month, I'm wishing you lots of luck. Take care, Alyssa.